4 fruits you must eat and 4 you should never touch. Have you ever picked up a piece of fruit thinking, this has to be good for me, only to find out later it might be doing more harm than good? You're not alone. Many people over 60 eat fruit every day with the best intentions. After all, fruits are nature's candy, right? Full of fiber, antioxidants, vitamins. It's what we've always been told. But here's something most folks don't realize. As we age, our bodies change, our metabolism slows, our blood sugar becomes harder to regulate, and certain healthy fruits can make things worse instead of better. In fact, some of the fruits you probably enjoy regularly could be silently affecting your energy levels, memory, or even the effectiveness of your medication. It sounds surprising, even a little unsettling, but the good news is, there's a flip side. Some fruits can do wonders for your heart, brain, digestion, and long-term energy. Some even help you feel younger, more balanced, and sharper than you have in years. In this video, we'll discuss 4 powerful fruits that everyone over 60 should add to their daily routine, and 4 common ones that might be better left on the shelf, especially if you're managing blood pressure or diabetes or are taking regular medications. We'll share the science behind each one and give you practical tips on how to enjoy them. Avoid common mistakes and make the most out of what nature has to offer, without feeling restricted or confused. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, what's your favorite fruit and why? Drop a comment below. I always enjoy hearing your stories. Now please take a deep breath, grab a comfy seat, and let's explore the absolute truth about fruit and aging together. Avocados. The heart and brain booster you didn't know you needed. Let's talk about a fruit many of us didn't grow up eating, but now seems everywhere. The humble avocado. You might think of it as a trendy toast topping for the younger crowd, but don't be fooled. This green gem holds some incredible secrets for those over 60. First, let's start with the heart. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, particularly a type called oleic acid. Sounds complicated, but here's the simple version. The good kind of fat helps lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and raise good cholesterol, HDL. This balance is a massive win for heart health, especially as we age. But it doesn't stop there. Avocados are also loaded with potassium. They've got even more than bananas. And if you've ever been told to watch your blood pressure, potassium is a powerful helper in relaxing blood vessels and keeping those numbers in check. And for your eyes, avocados bring along lutein, a nutrient that helps slow down age-related macular degeneration, which can affect vision later in life. Now, many people don't know that eating healthy fats like those in avocados actually helps your body absorb more nutrients from other foods. So, that salad you're eating, add a few avocado slices, and you could absorb up to 15 times more vitamins, like A, D, E, and K. Let me share a quick story. My neighbor Carol is 72 and has struggled with high blood pressure for years. She adds just half an avocado daily to her meals, sometimes mashed on whole grain toast, sometimes just a spoonful with a sprinkle of lemon. 3 months later, her numbers improved, and she says she feels more energetic and clear-headed too. Small changes, significant results. And speaking of small fruits with significant impacts, our next one is crisp and sweet, and probably already in your kitchen. Let's talk about the power of apples. Apples aren't just for teachers. Why, they're the digestive and heart hero. You've probably heard the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, there's more truth in that little rhyme than we might have thought. Apples are often seen as simple, everyday fruits, easy to grab and easy to eat. But underneath that crunchy skin lies a powerhouse of health benefits, especially for folks over 60. Let's start with digestion. Apples are rich in a special kind of fiber called pectin. What makes pectin so great? It helps feed the good bacteria in your gut, which play a significant role in everything from digestion to immunity. A healthier gut can mean fewer stomach troubles, better nutrient absorption, and stronger immune systems. But apples are also a heart's best friend. That same fiber, pectin, helps sweep away cholesterol from your digestive tract before it ever reaches your bloodstream. Over time, this can lead to lower LDL cholesterol levels and a reduced risk of heart disease. And here's something that surprises many people. Despite being sweet, apples have a low glycemic load. That means they won't cause those sharp blood sugar spikes and crashes like other fruits or snacks. For anyone managing type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, this makes apples a brilliant, satisfying choice. Want one more reason to munch on an apple? They're packed with quercetin, a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation and support brain health. Studies have even linked apple consumption with a lower risk of stroke. I'll never forget my Uncle Ray. He was 80 and sharp as a tack. He'd sit by the window every morning with his coffee and a big red apple. He called it his brain booster. He lived a long, active life. And I like to think that simple habits played a small part. 1 apple a day? Maybe Grandma did know best. Next, we're heading into bold territory, one of the most beautiful fruits out there, bursting with color and flavor and with benefits that go far beyond the surface. Let's dive into the power of pomegranates. Pomegranate power. How this jewel reduces pressure and sharpens memory. It's hard not to be drawn to a pomegranate. That deep ruby color, those glistening seeds. It almost feels like nature's version of a treasure chest. But what's truly remarkable is what this jewel-like fruit can do inside your body, especially as you age. First, let's talk about the heart. Pomegranates are rich in punicalagin, powerful antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of stiff, inflamed blood vessels in older adults. When blood vessels are inflamed, blood can't flow as easily, and blood pressure rises. Studies show that drinking pomegranate juice regularly can lower systolic blood pressure by up to 20%, which is significant for anyone trying to avoid medication or looking for natural support. But there's more. This fruit is also a memory booster. A UCLA study found that older adults who drank pomegranate juice every day performed better on memory tests after just a few weeks. That's likely thanks to those same antioxidants, which improve blood flow to the brain, reduce inflammation, and support sharper thinking. And here's a bonus. Pomegranate juice can even help with dental health by fighting bacteria in the mouth. No chewing required. Now, I get it. Pomegranates can be a bit tricky to eat. But here's a tip. Slice one in half, tap the back with a spoon over a bowl, and the seeds will fall right out. You don't need much. Half a cup of seeds, or a few ounces of 100% pure juice a day, is enough to make a difference. Avoid juices with added sugars. If you're taking blood thinners, check with your doctor first. My friend Helen, who's 68, adds pomegranate seeds to her morning oatmeal. She calls it her brain sparkle. And honestly, she's one of the sharpest people I know. So, if you want to protect your heart and keep your mind clear, this vibrant fruit is more than just a pretty face. Next, we're turning to a group of tiny fruits with huge benefits, especially for memory, balance, and mood. Let's talk about berries. Berry Smart. The antioxidant bombs that fight aging and improve balance. Now, if there's one group of fruits that almost feels magical for the aging body and mind, it's berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These tiny gems are more than just delicious. They're packed with antioxidants, especially one group called anthocyanins. These give berries their vibrant colors and their superpowers. What do anthocyanins do exactly? Think of them as tiny bodyguards for your cells. They fight off inflammation and oxidative stress, two of the most significant contributors to aging, especially in the brain. Research published in the Annals of Neurology showed that older adults who ate just 2 servings of blueberries per week experienced a slower rate of cognitive decline. It's like pressing the brakes on brain aging by as much as 2.5 years. But something that doesn't get talked about enough is that berries also improve balance and coordination. That's a big deal, because falls are one of the leading causes of injury among seniors. By protecting the brain's motor functions and reducing inflammation in nerves and joints, berries help keep you steadier on your feet. Let's not forget about the heart. Regular berry consumption has been linked to lower blood pressure, better arterial flexibility, and reduced inflammation markers, all key to maintaining heart health as we age. A friend of mine, Gary, 75, swears by his morning berry bowl. He mixes frozen blueberries, raspberries, and a scoop of Greek yogurt daily. He says it keeps him sharp, light on his feet, and in a better mood. Honestly, it's hard to argue. He's among the most vibrant people I know. Just 1 cup a day is enough. Choose fresh or frozen and skip the dried or sweetened kinds. They often contain added sugar, which can cancel out the benefits. So, if you're looking for a tasty way to boost your brain, balance, and heart all in 1 spoonful, berries are the way to go. As much as we love sweet things, not all fruits are our friends, especially when managing blood sugar. Next, we uncover the sneaky danger hiding in a favorite snack: grapes. Grapes, the innocent-looking sugar bomb that spikes your blood. Sugar grapes are so sweet, refreshing, and easy to pop in your mouth by the handful. They seem harmless, even healthy. And don't get me wrong, they have antioxidants, especially in the red and black varieties. But grapes can be a bit of a sugar trap for older adults. Here's the thing. Grapes are very high in natural sugars, like glucose and fructose. Unla grapes have very little fiber, whereas other fruits balance sugar and fiber to slow down absorption. GRAP means all that sugar goes straight into your bloodstream, and fast. Simply put, just 1 cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar. That's nearly the same as a small candy bar. And the problem? Most people don't eat just 1 cup. They snack on them absent-mindedly, especially straight from the fridge. This rapid sugar spike can be tough on aging bodies. If you're managing diabetes, insulin resistance, or simply trying to maintain steady energy, grapes can make it harder. These blood sugar swings can leave you feeling tired, hungry again soon, and even foggy-headed. Plus, grapes often have high pesticide residue, unless they're organic. That can be a concern for folks with sensitive digestion or compromised immune systems. I remember a sweet lady named Joan from our local community centre. She loved grapes. She'd pack a big bag every day and nibble on them during bingo. But after her doctor reviewed her blood sugar logs, they realised that her healthy snack was working against her. She switched to sliced apples with a sprinkle of cinnamon, and within weeks, her levels were more stable, and she said she felt better too. While grapes might look innocent, they can be a sneaky source of sugar. If you do enjoy them, try limiting the portion and pairing them with a bit of cheese or nuts to slow sugar absorption. Now, grapes aren't the only hidden culprit in the fruit world. Next, we're diving into something even sneakier: dried fruits. Compact, sweet, and convenient. But are they worth the trade-off? Dried fruits. Convenience at a dangerous cost. They're small, sweet, and easy to stash in your bag. A handful of raisins here, a few dried apricots there. Seems like a smart snack, right? Not so fast. Dried fruits might look like a health-conscious choice, but for older adults, they can come with unexpected risks. Here's why. When the fruit is dried, the water disappears, but the sugar stays. You end up with a highly concentrated little package of natural sugar and calories, with very little water or fiber left to slow things down. Take dried apricots, for example. 5 pieces can have the same sugar as 2 or 3 whole apricots, but because they're smaller and chewier, it's much easier to overeat them without realizing it. And there's another problem: added sulfites. Sulfites are preservatives often used in commercial dried fruits to keep the color bright and the shelf life long. For many seniors, especially those with asthma or respiratory issues, sulfites can trigger uncomfortable reactions like headaches, wheezing, or digestive distress. Even if you don't feel immediate symptoms, the sugar overload can quietly raise blood glucose levels, increase inflammation, and contribute to joint pain, fatigue, and foggy thinking. One of my clients, Tom, loved trail mix, especially the kind with lots of dried pineapple and banana chips, but he couldn't figure out why his knees ached every morning. Once he cut back on the dried fruits and swapped in fresh berries and walnuts instead, the difference was almost immediate: less swelling, more energy, and better focus. If you love dried fruits, making your own at home, without added sugar or chemicals, is the best option. Or better yet, stick with fresh or frozen varieties. They're just as portable and way more forgiving on your system. So, while dried fruits may seem convenient, they can significantly cost your health. Next, let's explore one fruit that looks harmless until you eat it too soon. We're talking about green bananas and why timing matters. Green bananas, a fiber trap that may worsen your gut health. Bananas are one of the most popular fruits in the world. They're affordable, portable, and naturally sweet. What's not to love? But here's the twist. While ripe bananas are generally a good choice for older adults, their green, unripe counterparts might not be as gentle on the stomach as they seem. Green bananas contain high levels of something called resistant starch. Now, resistant starch can be good in small amounts. It feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. However, for many people over 60, especially those with slower digestion, less stomach acid, or sensitive bowels, it can cause problems. Why? Because resistant starch is more complex to break down. It travels through the digestive system mostly untouched until it hits the large intestine and starts fermenting. This can lead to gas, bloating, and abdominal discomfort, not precisely what you want after a healthy snack. You're not alone if you've ever eaten a green banana and felt like your stomach was doing somersaults afterward. Unripe bananas also have fewer antioxidants compared to ripe ones. As bananas ripen, their starch becomes natural sugar, increasing their antioxidant content. That makes a speckled yellow banana more straightforward to digest and more beneficial for reducing inflammation. I remember my cousin Joe, who's 67, switching to green bananas after reading they were better for weight loss. But within a week, he was dealing with constant bloating and indigestion. Once he went back to ripe bananas, paired with a spoonful of almond butter, his symptoms vanished. So here's the lesson. Ripeness matters. For most older adults, fully ripe bananas are the gentler, more nutritious choice. And if you like to slice them over cereal or blend them into a smoothie, just make sure they've got a few brown spots first. Next, we'll explore one of the most surprising fruits on our avoid list, one that might be interacting with your medications without you even knowing it. Let's uncover the truth about grapefruit. Grapefruit and medication, a deadly mix. Most seniors don't know about. Here's something that surprises many people. Grapefruit, a tart and juicy fruit often praised for its fat-burning benefits, can be dangerous for many older adults. Why? Grapefruit interacts with dozens of common medications. In some cases, those interactions can be life-threatening. Let me explain in simple terms. Your body relies on certain enzymes, particularly CYP3A4, to process medications. Grapefruit contains furanocoumarins that block this enzyme, meaning the medication stays in your system longer than it should. Think about it this way. You're taking the correct dose, but your body can't clear it out properly, so it's as if you're taking double or triple the amount. That can lead to serious side effects like muscle damage, heart rhythm problems, liver strain, or even kidney failure. And it doesn't take much. Half a grapefruit or a small glass of juice can interfere with these medications for up to 72 hours. Some of the most affected drugs include statins for cholesterol, like Lipitor or Zocor, blood pressure meds, especially calcium channel blockers, anti-anxiety meds, and even some antihistamines and antidepressants. I once met Mr. Thomas, a retired teacher who started his mornings with a glass of fresh grapefruit juice for years. He had no idea it was raising his statin levels dangerously high until he ended up in the ER with severe muscle pain. His doctor switched him to a different fruit, and the problem never returned. The takeaway: grapefruit might seem harmless, but if you take any prescription medication, especially for heart or blood pressure, talk to your pharmacist or doctor first. It's better to be safe than sorry. Don't worry, we're not ending on a scary note. In our final section, we'll wrap things up with practical tips on how to enjoy fruit wisely and joyfully so you can stay energized, sharp, and strong day after day. Let's bring it all together. Making smarter fruit choices. How to enjoy nature's sweetness safely. So, let's take a deep breath and reflect on what we've learned today. Fruit is one of nature's greatest gifts, sweet, colorful, and full of life-giving nutrients. But like so many things in life, the key is choosing wisely. We discovered 4 fruits that truly shine for seniors. Avocados are for heart health, brain power, and nutrient absorption. Apples are for digestion, cholesterol control, and steady energy. Pomegranates are used for lower blood pressure and sharper memory. Berries are tiny antioxidant bombs that support the brain, balance, and mood. And then we explored 4 that may do more harm than good, especially if you're managing blood sugar or taking medication. Grapes, with their sky-high sugar and low fiber. Dried fruits may be compact but are sugar-dense and often loaded with preservatives. Green bananas can upset digestion with their tough starches. And grapefruit, which can dangerously interact with many common medications. The big lesson here? It's not about fear, it's about awareness. Simple shifts, like choosing ripe bananas over green ones, swapping out dried fruits for fresh, or asking your doctor about grapefruit, can make a huge difference in how you feel every day. And here's something powerful. When you nourish your body wisely, you also care for your independence, energy, and joy as you age. So, before your next grocery run, look at your fruit basket. What could you add? What might be worth switching out? And now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these fruits surprised you the most today? Have you ever experienced a reaction to something you thought was healthy? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more gentle, practical tips on staying healthy and vibrant at any age. Until next time, take care of your body, trust your intuition, and enjoy your fruits smartly.